Dear students, in this video I will demonstrate circuit simulations, and in this video we will be using tinkercad.com. The advantage of using this simulation is that you do not require to install any software in your laptop or a tablet. In prevailing situation, you do not have a hardware with you. If you want to design a circuit, if you want to check your source code, whatever the program you have written, and you do not have any hardware with you, then you can prepare circuit and write source code, check your hardware as well as software together using this Tinkercad software, which is actually a part of AutoCAD. Behind the curtain, it is using AutoCAD. URL is tinkercad.com. Today I will demonstrate few circuits, how to construct circuit, how to write source code, and then how to do the simulation. So to do simulation, let us open this website tinkercad.com. So you have to create your own account. It requires only your email ID to create the account. You can also log in with your social media ID. I am basically using my Google ID to sign in this Tinkercad. So there are three major parts. One is a 3D design, which is useful for mechanical engineers. So you can create some 3D design here, and you will also get file which you can use for 3D printing. Then second is the circuits, which is useful to you. So in this you will be able to create different types of circuits. Another one is the code blocks, which is very much similar to Scratch programming, where you will get different blocks and it will provide you graphical programming basically. So let us start with the circuits. I will create a new circuit. So whenever you create a new circuit, on the right side you will get different electronic components. These are all basic electronic components, so you can select it basic components from here. If you click on this all components, then all will be selected. So here you will find different diodes, resistors, capacitors, inductors, push button switch, potentiometer, LDR, IR sensor, ultrasonic ping sensor, ultrasonic distance sensor, PIR sensor, tilt sensor, temperature sensor, gas sensor, different types of switches, different types of LEDs like RGB LED, NeoPixel, light bulb, etc. Various types of LEDs are available. Then different motors like DC motor, servo motor, then IR remote, piezo buzzer, 7-segment display, LCD, then different power supplies, breadboard, then this Arduino board, ATT microcontroller. For a small application this is suitable. Then some instruments like multimeter, power supply, function generator, oscilloscope. Then different ICs are available, wide varieties of IC available, transistors available, regulators. Then this is a L293D motor driver. Motor driver module is also available. So if you want to simulate your robot, you can do it, because you have a motor driver IC available, motor driver module is also available, motors are available, sensors are available. So you can interface all these devices with your microcontroller and do the simulation of your program. Wi-Fi module is available. So for IoT experiments this will be useful. Of course, for semester 4 students it will be slightly difficult, but semester 6 students will be able to implement this also. Different cables. Then 74 series IC. So if you want to perform your experiments of digital logic design, you can do it with help of all these ICs. So these are the components available. Let us select initially Arduino board because you have studied it. You are very much familiar with this board. On this side, in this connector, there are digital pins are available from D0, D1, D7, D8, D9 up to D13. Then ground. Bottom side, analog pins are available from A0 to A5. VIN is available. Suppose your board is already programmed and you do not want to give the power supply with help of a USB connector, you can also connect your input voltage here. Ground, then 5 volt, 3.3 volts. So these are the connections available with us. Let us initially do very simple experiment of glowing RGB LED. I will select RGB LED from here. And if you do not want to search like this, you can also write the component name here in a search. So I will select the RGB LED. This is a red terminal. I will connect this red terminal with one of the digital pin. Let me select this pin number 7. So this is how I can make the connection by simple mouse click. I will change color to red because it is connected to red LED. This is a cathode, this is a blue, so it is corresponding to blue LED. I will connect it with pin number 6. Let me change this color to blue because it is related to blue LED, so that we can identify it easily. Then this is for green. I will connect this green with pin number 5. I will keep the color as it is. Now initially I will connect this cathode directly with the ground. I will not connect current limiting resistor. And let us see what is happening if we connect it directly. Let me connect it directly with the ground. And let me choose the color as a black because it is a ground, so black will be good. Initially we will not connect any resistor and see what is happening. Then let us look at the code. In a code, actually by default graphical programming will be available. As you can see in this block, initial block is blue color block is set built-in LED to high. So it will make this inbuilt LED of Arduino, which is connected at pin number 13, to high. It will remain high for 1 second and then it becomes low. So it is a very simple test program is already given by default. Here we will add pins. So here we will set this pin 7 to high. So at pin number 7 we have connected red LED, so it will become high. Then it will remain high for 1 second and then we will make it low. So we will select another block and put it here. And then we will, I have selected by mistake this set built-in LED. We don't require that. We will select this set pin block. So here I will use pin number 7. I will make it low. Then once this 7 becomes from high to low, immediately we want to make this 6 number high because after red LED we want to glow the blue LED. So again I will take another pin, put it here, set pin number 6 to high, and then again I will wait for 1 second. So what I will do, I will click on this control block, and here I will get block for wait for 1 second. After 1 second, I want to make this 6 also low. So let us go to this output and set this pin 6 to low. Then immediately once the 6 is low, what we want to do, we want to make this 5 number high. So we want to glow the green LED. So again I will take this pin, set. You can also do here copy and pasting of these blocks, that is also possible, but just for demonstration purpose I am taking blocks one by one. Otherwise you can also take you can copy and paste all these blocks one by one. And after this we will make this pin 5 low. This block we don't require because it is already there. Okay. So 7 high, 7 low, 6 high, 6 low, 5 high. Okay, and this should be 5 low, 5 low, and then after built-in LED low. So internal LED will remain high for all this sequence, and then after it will become off. And this is one sequence, and we want to repeat 10 times, let us say. Then we can again select on control, and then there is a repeat block is there. So you select the repeat block and then put it here. Then the entire thing will be repeated 10 times. I will just select in this way. And now I don't require, let me check whether this is required or not. Okay. So as you can see here, this for loop is fitted wrongly, because here after this actually it will stop. But let us simulate and let us see what is happening, because we are not interested in this graphical programming. Let us simulate first. As you can see here, big red star is coming, which shows that LED is burned out, because we have not connected series register with this. And that's why current limiting register is required. Whenever you connect LED with your hardware, you always need current limiting register. So let us connect current limiting register here in between. So from the component I will select register. I will and then you can also rotate this component from here. From top left side there is a rotate icon is there. So you can use that to rotate the component. So I will just place the register here, and then I will do the connection of this register. So we'll do the series connection of this register. So we have connected cathode with register, and then the register will be connected, other end of register will be connected to the ground. Let's make this color black because it is a ground. Let us change the value of register. As you know that we have to limit the current, and if you keep higher value, intensity will be less. If you get much less value, intensity will be more, but life of LED will be less. So let us select intermediate value 470 ohm, which is sufficient to glow the LED. Now let us start simulation again. Red, blue, green, yellow, magenta. So as you can see, after red, green, blue, all should be off, and then but our for loop is wrong, and that's why this sequence is happening. Now let us stop the simulation. Let us look at the code, and here these are the blocks. Now here block and text is also available. So here this is a popular code. All of you are very much familiar. Just I will zoom it so you will be able to see this. Integer counter is actually variable taken automatically for the for loop. These are the setup where all this pin we have set it as an output. So pin number 13 is inbuilt LED, 765 where we have connected red, blue and green LEDs. Here in this for loop you can see that counter equal to 0, counter less than 10 and plus plus counter, and for loop is completed here. Actually we want to complete for loop after this delay. So what we can do, we can also modify this code graphically as well as using this particular text. So this code, whenever it is displayed, you can see here block plus text both is there. If you select only text, then you will be able to modify the text. So now what I will do, I will move this curly bracket from here, and I will complete my for loop at this point. So now our program will be like this: for counter equal to 0, counter less than 10, plus plus counter. So it will increment the counter, and all this sequence will be repeated 10 times. So now let us again let us simulate this code. Red, blue, green, off, red, blue, green, off. As well, you can also see here internal LED. This is high, red, blue, green, then this is also off. So at every RGB cycle, this will remain high. Once entire RGB cycle is over, this will become low, because that is as per our coding. Initially we have set that internal LED high, then once the entire sequence is over, we make it low. So this is how it is functioning. So this is how you can simulate different source code here. So in this video I have demonstrated a very simple experiment, which is a hello world for any electronics engineer, because in computer engineering, whenever we write any C program or Java program or Python program, basically we write first program as a hello world program. In electronics engineering, our hello world program means blinking LED. So that this is actually a hello world program for us. You can also give a name to this. Let us write save this circuit as a RGB LED blinking. So this is how you can save this file, and this will be available all the time. Whenever you log in to this Tinkercad, your previous circuits will be available. It will be in a saved condition. So this was the very simple circuit. In next video I will demonstrate you more complicated circuit using PIR sensors, ultrasonic sensors, LDR, etc. We will also use temperature sensor. So that I will do in a next video. Thank you very much for attending the session carefully.